changing my voice. I'm not gay. So this video is about Deuteronomy 33. I'm going to make it short. In Deuteronomy 33, Moses is said to bless the tribes of Israel in the story. Keep in mind they're superimposed on something else. They're superimposed on spiritual groupings. He says that God comes from Sinai, and he associates the dawn with seir, S-E-I-R, which scrambled is E-R-I-S. For those who've been watching my videos for a long time, you know that's another word for the Son of God, the Skywalker, associated with the sun, especially the dawn. Proverbs 4:18. The path of the righteous like the morning sun, shining ever brighter to the full light of day, righteous intensity. And also Job, the hawk spreading its wings by the wisdom of God. So as he's blessing him in the first 15 verses or so, he brings up Judah and Levi, among other things. With Judah, he says that he defends himself with his own hands, says strike down his foes. How does Moses bless Judah? It's with martial arts, right? He says let God be in his martial arts. So he uses the hand of God and not just his own hand. And how does he bless Levi? These are the people who carry the Ark of the Covenant, what have you. And they have less of a share of things in terms of physical goods as a result, according to the story, or certain types of fruits that are associated with certain things, certain types of products, right? And so he blesses him in saying that he wants God to strike down all of his foes. He wants him to be very skilled, right? First he says he wants him to be skilled on his work, and then he wants God to strike down his foes. So you see Judah, right? The tribe of Judah, right? David, Christ, are, they're said to be from this spiritual group, and the word tribe is play on words for try, be, and art be. And the Levites who carry the covenant. Remember, they're said to call good evil and evil good. The word Levi is evil scrambled. I'm sure you can put the rest together from there. And it's also Levi. So a bunch of sages trying to do something funny there when it ends after my flesh dies. There's some rapists out there who think they rape a female, that they have some profound insight into love. They think that, if they wave their magic wand and they use psychology and they talk about perspectives and point of views, that they magically see something worthwhile. They're idiots. They're occultists. They're Satanists. They're dumb. So about the tribe of Joseph, remember Joseph married Asenath, the daughter of Potiphar, the high priestess of On, and wasn't punished for it. He wants him to be blessed with the best the sun brings forth, the best of the land, what have you. And he says that he has horns that gore the nations, right? Another martial art explanation. Okay. He says about Dan and Gad that he wants them to be blessed like lions, and that they live like a lion, and one of them's a lion cub, and so on and so forth. And he talks about, at least one of the tribe being blessed with strength, and says Jeshurun, soars through the heavens, right? He comes from the heavens to help him, right? Skywalker, Sky, Law, Core, going back to Seer at the beginning of the chapter, right? Which is Aries scrambled. For those of you who aren't smart enough to connect it to Igbo Aries, because that connects to the Igbos, like, other sub-Saharan Africans are very much connected to Egypt. You have Haro Eri, which is being defined incorrectly by the various groups on the internet, the various encyclopedias, Tour Egypt, what have you. And it basically means Horus's true form, a heterosexual deity. They try to put white Jew and LGBT into it, when it's not, that's not what Haro Aries is. He's not a white spirit. He's not a Jewish spirit. He's not an LGBT spirit, right? These are people like other groups and cults who just wrote themselves into the story.